You want to know something that absolutely grinds my gears? And it's something I never thought that I would actually have to make a video about here on YouTube. It's when artists bombard you with petitions to do artwork for your stories. Wait a second, doesn't that sound like something that you actually want to have happen? Well, if you've been caught up in the current craze that's going on, especially if you're a fanfic author, oh boy, do not click! You might just get taken in by some really bad baits. Hi there everyone, Lars back finally with another writer's rant brought to you by Camille's Harem. Not just a podcast for novice writers by novice writers, but also a YouTube channel by novice writers for novice writers. Because writing is an adventure, it's more fun with friends, and yes, this is absolutely a thing. I don't know how many emails I've been bombarded with, how many personal messages, direct messages I've just been inundated with. Recently, I've lost count of artists being like, hey, I really like your story, can I do artwork for it? Hey, I really like your story, can I do artwork for it? You write such beautiful prose, can I do artwork for it? Your story would look amazing as a comic, would you like me to do it for you? And in many cases, I want to say yes. Holy cow, as an author, one of the best things ever, in my opinion, is when you get to work with an artist to bring your story to life through the visual medium of art. Oh, it's so cool. It's one of the coolest things ever to watch a character that you have spent months, maybe even years on working, getting to know their personality, putting them on an amazing adventure, and then seeing an artist capture that journey in one simple frame. And you're just like, that's amazing. I hope that that's what readers see in their mind's eye when they read my story. And yet, that beautiful journey is getting marred by artists who are just throwing themselves at creators, begging, sometimes even demanding, that they be your artist. Now, let me just say this. I absolutely understand the grind. I know that as an artist, you need to put yourself out there in order to get discovered. And it helps sometimes to attach your name to a story or to a property that is already really well known. Having had the chance to work with the Twitter artist Komu, who got famous for doing her art for Deltarune and especially for the cruisy ship, I had the opportunity to work with her on artwork for my book, A Study in Blood. Fantastic! It's awesome. And it was something that was beneficial both ways. I needed artwork for my book, and Komu needed employment. Fantastic. This is the kind of synergy that we want to see within the world of entertainment. But the problem is that there are all these artists who, again, are bombarding creators with emails and messages, asking, sometimes demanding for commissioned work, where we don't know who they are. Their portfolios are not to be found, and sometimes the information that they give you is absolutely false. Just right off the bat, for any writer out there who wants to work with an artist, make sure that you can verify who this person is, that they have at least some social media presence, and that they have a portfolio that you can verify that that is indeed their work. You can look and see, wait a second, did they actually steal any of those images? Was that all AI generated? There still tells. And you can also check to see how consistent their style is, or you can see if there's true diversity in their abilities. There's some artists that are incredibly diverse and have like 3 or 4 different main styles that they can do, which is awesome. Then there are others who have one particular style, and that's still absolutely great. You want to be able to verify that this is indeed the artist that you want to work with and that they aren't scamming you by presenting someone else's work or work that they haven't done themselves. I myself have had this happen to me at least twice, maybe 3 times. There are times a little bit hard to truly verify what exactly happened there, but I have been taken in by artists who said like, oh yeah, sure, I can do this work, and then I either got scammed or I totally didn't get what I asked for. And all of these messages that I've now been getting, this veritable waterfall of people asking me to hire them to adapt my works into comics, cartoons, or into splash sheets, or just one frame images. Sure, again, I would absolutely love to do business with these people, but they don't provide any credible information. In some cases, it's bots. In some cases, it's people trying to invite me to meet up with singles in my area, or just take me directly to a porn site. Which, no, I don't want that. And then there's others who, you know what, I absolutely understand. They are up-and-coming artists. They want to be discovered, but they're throwing themselves at me, be all like, look at my work, look at my work. And I'm like, it's fantastic that you are an aspiring artist, and great on you. I want to see your skill improve, but please understand that your style is not necessarily for me. Please get off my back. At the end of the day, what I see here is I see a movement that is going to muddy a lot of relationships, a lot of potential friendships, mostly a lot of business relationships that should be profitable for everyone involved. The ideal situation is that either the artist or the author reaches out to the other and then has a true dialogue. For instance, I have never actually been contacted by any one of these people who ever once cited anything out of my stories that they actually liked. They always use generic generalizations. Oh, the story's just so great. I thought the action was really great. The emotions were so good. You write wonderful dialogue. And I'm like, okay, well, tell me, who are the characters in the story? What was a scene that actually captured your attention? The people who are just either looking to grift or who are just looking for an easy job, or the bots, don't have any answers. They're just throwing out messages, hoping that someone is going to bite, is going to take the rancid bait, and get pulled in for the trick. No, we don't want that to happen. Instead, we want to have genuine dialogue with other artists, with other creators, and be like, okay, so what is it that you actually liked of my story? What is one of the scenes that you wish to adapt? Okay, that's awesome. Now then, you want me to pay you to do the art. Well, for one thing, the internet is largely free, especially if it's a fan fiction. I don't own this stuff. This is owned by the creator. This is fanfic. This is just me having some fun. So if you want to draw this and draw attention to yourself by doing some amazing artwork for a story that other people know already, then go ahead and do it. You'll probably actually get way more eyeballs that way. Sure, it's going to take longer for you to get a commissioned piece, but that is the proper way to go about doing this. Now then, if they're like, hey, I really want to write, I really want to draw something for what you have written. I really like this particular scene. I really like one of these characters. And then they can then say, look, here's kind of a sketch. Does this fit the style that you're looking for? And if the writer says yes, then they can say, look, I would appreciate so much if I could draw this and like you paid me, this is my going rate. I understand if maybe that isn't necessarily okay with you or if you can pay me. Or maybe the writer will say, actually, yeah, sure, I can pay you. That looks amazing. And then you get a dialogue going, and then hopefully you have a great business transaction. And if not, then the artist can say, well, look, I would still love to do some artistic work of your story. Is that okay? And hopefully the author says yes. Don't be like Anne McCaffrey and be like, no one can do art of my books. No, you don't see what's in my brain. Yes, there are authors like that, and those authors need to shut up! Let people be creative and express their creativity. But coming back to the whole business side of things, it is far better, in my personal opinion, for artists to, again, just kind of put themselves out there, say to people, hey, look, I am, like, this is my going rate, this is my style, and I really hope that someone will hire me. And then that the writers are the ones who then start reaching out to the artists and then say, you know what, your style is actually really good, your going rate's also really good, I think that I can work with you. Let's start talking about my story, my characters, and get a dialogue going there. And of course, there's always the amazing stories that we hear of an artist just having fun, doing their own work, and then the author's like, holy cowabunga, that looks amazing! Can I please hire you? One of the best known examples, at least that I know of, is for Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians. There was just an artist on Tumblr having fun doing artwork of Alcatraz. Brandon Sanderson found out about her work, was like, holy moly, I need to hire you because I've bought back the rights from Scholastic because they absolutely screwed me over, and I'm going to republish my books now through Tor, and I need new artwork that actually works for my stories. Lady, can I please hire you and your amazing talent to bring Alcatraz to life the way he always should have been? And thus it went. But those are honestly more the exception than the rule. Again, it's tricky. It's one of the reasons why my heart does go out to artists, because it is hard. It is very difficult to make a living doing what you love, especially when it is art. But with that being said, there is a right way and a wrong way to go about doing this. And it is wrong to bombard authors with, please, 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 let me do artwork for your story, and then you will pay me, right? Right? No, that's not the right way to go about it. Also, we need to figure out some kind of way of shutting down all of these bots that assault people. And also, I hate all of the AI-generated emails that try to make it sound as if these people are really professional artists when they're not. It's so frustrating. So artists, please, please, please be respectful to the authors. And if you want to do artwork for their story, just ask for permission if you feel like you should do that. Or you know what, just make awesome fan art. And then share it with the author. And if the author really likes it, then you can be like, hey, I would also love to do some commission work, some official art that you can then own, that you can use to promote your story. How about that? That's way more genuine than just simply bombarding them with constant messages. And as far as authors go, please be considerate to artists. Do not abuse them in their skills. Do not take advantage of them. That is not okay, and I've seen too much of that. Instead, authors need to be considerate when working with artists. Make sure that you pay them fairly and that you communicate respectfully what you're looking for in your artwork. If you can do that, we'll have way better and way more of these better relationships between authors and artists, which hopefully will result in just better artwork and better stories that pull more people in. That is the goal that we should be aiming for. So please get out of my DMs and out of my email box, guys, and stop bombarding me with all of these horrible messages, these generic, vague, limp noodle references to my stories that have absolutely nothing to do with anything that I wrote. Gah! Whew! Rant over. Now, if you want to read some fun stories with some amazing artwork in them, then please check out some of the books that I have published. I think that you will really like Puss in Boots and the Dog Riddles. Oh, it's such great artwork in this little book. And you might also really like stuff like Tumble Teller. So please, if you want to support what I do here on this channel, check out those books. The links for them are in the description below. Or subscribe if you haven't already done so. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining us on this incredible adventure that we call writing. And until the next video, y'all, tschüss.